I'm live. Hola. Happy Friday. Happy Viernes, I think it is. And it's Anato. It's January. And I'm in Mexico. And the sun is going down. Let's see if I bring you kids outside to see what it looks like. Okay, so we're stepping outside. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of light. So I've got a little patio area here. Then I have a piscina. As you can see, the sky doesn't look very nice. It's not supposed to be the nicest weekend here. It's actually supposed to be coolish for here. I know that, all you kids back in Canada are freezing your asses off. But here, it's a little uncharacteristically cool. That's for sure. Today was actually a beautiful day. It was about 27, 28 degrees. It was very, very nice. The humidity is up. It feels like it is going to rain. Alluvia. It's going to alluvia later, I think. And then tomorrow and Sunday, we're only supposed to have like 23, 24 degree high. And I'm really glad I didn't pick like this week to go to the beach, because it's supposed to be like a high of 15 tomorrow and a low of 8. So I think the people who decided on the beach this weekend are going to be a little disappointed going to Progresso and Chicxulub and those places. So I will say I'm feeling a lot better. I found a chiropractor and helped my neck. My neck has just been insanely sore from all the dental work. It's being too tensed up and everything. And it's funny because it's in my old neighborhood where my other Airbnb was. I could walk to it from the Airbnb. I must have passed by this place 20 times while I was there. So it's got the husband's doctor, the wife's a chiropractor, and they also have a masseuse and a physiotherapist in the little practice. So they stretched and yanked and cracked, and I can't even tell you, I feel so much better. So that's really good. And so we're going to see, we can maybe do a little work on the shoulders and the chest, because of I really am lopsided from previous injuries over the years. What can you say? Get to be my age, you're held together with crazy glue, Velcro, and duct tape. That's about what it is. So had a nice week. So I had my physiotherapy on my arm, fixed my neck. And I went to the dentist today, and I'm healing nicely from all my work. So they're pleased with the way things are going, so that's good. And then next week we have to start talking about more work that we're going to do. So we're getting there. My arm is getting so much stronger. We're starting to work on the back of it now. I'm doing so many exercises for my arm. It's crazy. And the reality is, I'm Like I'm going to have to be doing them for like the rest of my life, really, to keep this arm going. So that's just, just added into all the other crap I do. Eventually, I'm just going to be like exercising 2 or 3 hours a day. Try and keep everything moving. Oh my God, it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I got a shipment. And so this time it didn't come in the baggie, but it was like the ounce came in 4 of these, containers. And then the indoor quality comes in something like this. Oh, actually, where is the indoor quality? Let's just delve into here, and we can show you what we got. So it smells good. This is gelato, but it's very not very dense, very loose, very loose buds. So I had an extremely interesting conversation this week. Where? At my favorite restaurant. So Wednesday night, I went to Del Bafo because I needed an infusion of lasagna. And this time, my third time, they were like, how about you sit on the patio? And I'm like, oh, there's a patio? They're like, there's patio at the front, but they're like, no, there's a big patio in the back. I'm like, okay, it's January. I got to be able to say I was, sitting eating dinner, January on the patio. So go out to this lovely patio, and I'm the only one. I got my choice of tables, and I'm sitting there, and they bring me the menus, and so then the lady comes out from the kitchen and talks to me, and so she's like, "You're back." I'm like, "Yeah, well, yeah, I'm back." And so I was, and the entire back is a lattice work vine. Just this. They put a massive wire lattice work up, and it's a massive vine all over the whole this back patio. And it's just gorgeous, and there's lights, and there's music playing, and it's just, really beautiful, beautiful patio. And so she was telling me that it was a lot of work to make it. I was like, I bet it was a lot of work to make it. And I said, but it's really, really, really beautiful. So, it just adds another layer to your meal. So I ordered my lasagna and sitting, some other people come. And so there's behind the restaurant there, so there's the restaurant patio, and then behind the patio is like another building. So out from the building comes this older guy. And he says hello to me, and I said, Buenos tardes or Buenos noches, and he said so like, welcome. I said, well, I'm really, really happy. This is a beautiful place. And then he went, I saw your post. I saw your post about the restaurant. Thank you. I said, well, there's, what do you mean? It's like absolutely beautiful restaurant. The food is amazing. I said to him, I had a nona. I had an Italian nona. Huh? So we talk a little bit more about, food and stuff like that in the garden, everything. And so a little while later, he brings some pasta into the kitchen. And so a little while later, he comes out and he goes, "Come on, I'll show you." And so he showed me, this back shed, this back building, which is where they make the pasta. So he's like the pasta maker. And so he was showing me, like, it's all the wooden screen and all that stuff, the old fashioned way. So we come out from the thing and we're still talking, and so he says to me, "So when are you going to move to Merida?" And I go, "Well, I don't know if I can move to Merida." And he goes, "Well, why? What do you mean?" And I go, "Well, I'm a cannabis person." I go, "And specifically, I'm a cannabis and hash person." And he goes, "Oh." He goes, "There's no hash here." I go, "I know there's no hash here. I'll have to find out if he likes hash, because I have a law. I'll have to see if maybe I have to give them a little hash tip the next time I'm there." So, we started discussing cannabis. And he was saying to me that, you can get good cannabis here, but it's really expensive. It's like $200 US. And I said, "I know you can get good cannabis here. And it's about $200 US because I've been getting some of it." And so, I mean, it was just so interesting how, I just started talking cannabis and he just talked, and we had a normal conversation. Like there was nothing wrong with cannabis. So that was, the first really shocking thing. The fact that it was an older person and they, had there was just like, it didn't start off with, "Ooh, ick, yicky cannabis. Oh, that's awful. Why do you do cannabis?" There was none of that. There was like, "Oh, yeah." So, so I'll have to find out how he knows this information. Okay. So how is he able to quote me prices? So maybe I need to find out what his source is around here. And, we'll go from there, right? But yeah, so I was saying to him, like, "I'm really sorry, but like Barcelona keeps winning. Europe keeps winning." Excuse me. Why? Because there's hash in Europe. There's lots and lots and lots of hash in Europe. So, you know, um, they're making hash in California. They're making hash in Canada. Is it, the hash that I really want? Well, there might be, little bits in California. Some of his skills did go there. He did, train some people in the California world, Frenchie cannoli. So, but the thing is that the cannabis isn't the same because it's just nobody in California is going to take their cannabis, put it on the roof of the building for 3 months before they do anything with it. They're going to be like, "Oh, we picked it, we have it. Let's just, how quickly can we get it in the machine to get the terps off?" And that's one kind of hash. That's not old school style hash. So, we're not there yet. We still have to get more educated. We need way more people who are making it over in Morocco and Afghanistan and stuff like that to come over and, yeah, help lead the way. Frenchie was a go-between. He was a, European man that had gone and lived in Afghanistan and Morocco and Nepal and India for a couple of decades. So he really understood every facet of cannabis. Nobody has the level that man had, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there's people in Morocco, that have really good stuff in Afghanistan, but like somebody to know all the big players, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who can become the hash king now that there's no more Frenchie. I don't know. So I will say, I still get looks. I'll walk down the street smoking a joint, and people look at me. They look at me weird. They're like, "What's that smell? What's that lady doing?" And why is it a lady? You know what I mean? It's not a teenager. It's not a youngin. It's not a youth. You know? I mean, today I got an email so I've been thinking about maybe booking a few more days back at the beach that's, close to here. So I found out about this really cool bed and breakfast that's supposed to have a little apartment. So I emailed them, messaged them, and said, I'm a medical cannabis patient from Canada, and I'm looking for, a place that has, balconies so that I can smoke my cannabis and da 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 da. And they came back to me basically saying, like, absolutely no drogas are allowed in the place, any drugs at all, and da 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 da, and on and on and on and on. So I responded back, thank you very much for responding. And I said, uh, just to let you know, as a medical cannabis patient in Canada, the hospitality industry is going to have to change in the next while. And I said, also to let you know, I've had no problem finding places to rent in Mexico. Thank you. So they have to know. They have to know that I'm here and I'm smoking cannabis and I'm not being a problem and it's no problem. Yeah. It's my medicina, and yes, it makes me happy. So I can dance. Like, geez Louise, yeah. So, um, yeah, I think it's really good that I'm here, knocking around my little neighborhood. I bought a dress from the lady down the street. I've been to the Panderia, the little fruit market. There's, oh my God, dangerous. So, 2 Wednesday mornings, 2 blocks, 2 streets from me, 2 streets south of me, there's like a local flea market. Okay. So it's basically all these people, selling shit. Most of the stuff is old, but there's new stuff. There's electronics. There's food. I bought, oh no, I didn't buy the plant outside. There's people like selling flowers, flowers for outside. That was 50 pesos, so like $3. That little display I brought. bought a calaccio plant for my patio outside. That was 40 pesos. I'll give that to Amy when I leave. And the other thing, girls, was the clothes were really cheap. I don't know what to tell you. Found a cute little dress, still purpley on the bottom. There's a couple of spaghetti straps. It's even got cups. Just a cute little. I really went through this with a fine tooth comb. Yeah, I really had a good look. It's lined most of the way. Yeah, I like looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, looked perfectly fine. 20 pesos. 20 pesos. So, it's just, it's the, the thrifting here is, can be ridiculous. I also bought a real Hencho and Yucatan dress. I'm a nice older lady. And I've been seeing these dresses all around town. So when you go by the park, San Lucia, where the expensive hotels are, and the ritzy restaurants, this dress is 1,100 pesos. Huh? So this week, a lot of them, they're on sale. So the sale price this week is 760 pesos. So I bought it from a nice woman down near the market on the weekend, and I got mine for 600 pesos. So a little bit of a difference, not massive, but 600 is definitely better than 1,100. That's for sure. So I think I didn't do too badly. Too badly. So I'm happy. It was $36. So it's a very, very nice dress. So, and it has like a tie, so I can make it a little smaller because a lot of these dresses, they just sort of hang. And they're, well, because it's hot here, and you don't want things too tight. Except of course now everybody, basically wears jeans and long sleeve shirts, and they got sweaters on. And I don't know what the heck they're going to have on tomorrow for 23 degrees. So it's going to be interesting because I'll probably be in capris and a t-shirt. And I'll probably be, not too bad with a sweater. I asked Mel to come. I don't know where she is. She said she was grabbing pizza. But yeah, so that was my interesting week. This was the outdoor. Again, it's a bit drier. But see, it's like that's too squishy, in my opinion. Shouldn't squish that like that. Should be giving me some resistance and breaking this stuff. It's a bit drier. This stuff seems drier to me. Oh, now I got all these little pieces of cannabis on my keyboard. It's just what happens. And I went and had pizza this week from a restaurant in the city that has a wood burning oven. So it was pretty good pizza. Pizza and most of the places is like bad North American pizza. And it looks awful. When I go by the fast food places that have pizza, it's awful. And Little Caesars is here, and Domino's, I think. And there's a Little Caesars here in Merida. It's not too far from me. There's believe it's Domino's up in um, Progresso, and everybody says like that's the better pizza, unless you can find like a real wood burning oven somewhere, of which there is a guy in Chicxulub who has a wood burning oven in his backyard, and you have to order like on WhatsApp, and he only makes pizzas like 3 nights a week, and then you have to go pick it up and da 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 da. So he doesn't have dine-in. I think he had dine-in before things went cuckoo, but no, there's no dine-in. So it was like I didn't have that. I had wood burning at the Lina Imar restaurant. It was okay. They could have served it to me warmer, that's for sure. The one I had last night with the crust was really good. Very, very good crust. All the ingredients were really good. I had one with arugula and balsamic and oil on it with serrano ham and parm, mozzarella, tomatoes. It was good. It was good. I ate half the pizza. It's like that big. It's like that big, and I ate half of it. So I will say I feel like a beached whale today. Between having lasagna Wednesday night and half a pizza last night, I'm a little beached whale. So tonight we're just gonna do leftovers. I swear, you guys saw that sky. It is supposed to rain at some point here, and I don't know if you guys have seen on Facebook. I posted a video a couple days ago where it poured here, just poured. And my friend Amy said it didn't rain at all at her place. It's just a couple of kilometers from me. It didn't rain at all at her place. And so I was talking to the landlord about where Amy lives and stuff like that. And I was saying she lives in Canison, and I was getting eaten by the bugs. And he kept on saying, Canison is the jungle. Like, there's Canison, and then it's the jungle. Like, Merida has suburbs, has Canison and other little things around it. So if you're sort of right in Merida, there's less bugs in Merida right now. But where Amy is, there's still lots of bugs. I don't know how how these people survive the summer when it's the mosquito season. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I could live with all these things that I'm not used to. The big bugs, the the driving is local here. Um, Driving is noisy. I don't know if you've seen some pictures on Facebook. Some of the cars look like they're just going to fall apart in the street as they're driving. They're In fact, they need duct tape to hold the cars together better. Like they don't have enough duct tape in this country for the way the cars are here. You'll see these cars, they look like they're, hanging on by a thread, but people are driving these things down the road. I will say I went out for a little walk this afternoon, and right near the Pandaria, there was a big accident. There was 4 police trucks and a police car. Literally like 5 blocks down the street, a little area. And there was a truck that was pretty mashed up, and it looked like there was a car involved. And so, yeah, no ambulances or anything, but there was tons of people on the street. Everybody who, had a view, had a second story from around there, was leaning out their window or their balcony looking to see what was going on. It was the action in the neighborhood today, I'm telling you. Going to the bloody hospital on Wednesday morning. Like Wednesday morning was crazy. Wednesday morning on the hospital, we literally saw an accident happen a little bit in front of us. And we saw another, bunch of cars stopped with police and everything. And it was like, what the hell is going on Wednesday? Was it a full moon on Wednesday? Was that? I don't know. But there were a lot, there were a couple of accidents, and just really, really, really bizarre. I thought it was going to pour that day. It looked really bad. So I went to a mall to sort of have a walk around while, in the afternoon. And I came back. It was like, no, it didn't rain at all. I will say I was at the mall, and I was like, oh, there's a supermarket in the mall. Oh, I have to take an Uber home? Well, let me just buy a 10 freaking liter thing of water then. So since I'm here and I'm taking an Uber home, let me just buy a big water thing because I know I'm going to need it, kind of thing. So now I have lots of water finally. I have like 15 liters of water right at the moment. I think I'm okay for a while. But it's crazy. Like brushing your teeth, you need the water. Um, if you want to cook stuff on the stove, you can't use tap water. You have to use bottled water. So any soups or pasta or anything like that, it's bottled water you're using. Um, and you sort of at the end of your face what you want to splash with some real water, and so you find out how much water not, I guess, how much water you use for some things. I will say I've got a little tank for hot water in the morning, and it works pretty damn good. I flip it on, it gets hot. I have my shower. I can finish the shower. The water's still hot. And then I usually try and fill up a jug so that I have hot water to help me scrub the dishes. I make dishes. I will say I am using paper plates and stuff like that because it's like I don't want to have to do tons of dishes here. Of course, if you're a rich Norte Americano, you're going to get a reverse osmosis system for yourself, and then you're, not going to have water issues, kind of thing. But the average person here, no. Alexis was saying, like, they're lucky enough to know that The septic system is actually on the side of the house. It's not underneath the house. Um, it's beside, and she actually had it dug up and or vacuumed out after her dad died. She's living in her parents' house. It's really, really beautiful. Big, big, big casa in the city. And she's just got tons. I don't even know if she knows how many animals she has in the house. There's so many cats and so many dogs and a pig. And then she says she gets something else too. Something else in cages. Not ferrets. Weasels? Weasels. She said she gets weasels too. And lots of people have animals. I will say in my neighborhood, it looks like there's a lot of underfed cats. And I'm really trying hard not to become the crazy cat lady and walk around with a bag of cat treats. Trying very hard not to feed the kitties. Get myself into trouble with all the neighbors here. We don't need that. Don't need that. I missed 7:10. I missed 4:20. Par for the course, kids. Always, 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 always. Always, always, always. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I just go on and on and on, but my damn filter came out. Well, I guess that one was in there pretty loose, eh? There we go. So, I think I'm smoking less cannabis just because it's harder to find places to smoke sometimes. And I will say I'm not in as much pain. The last 2 weeks I was. I will say I did. I'm happy the dentist said, the teeth aren't too bad because I actually did smoke a hell of a lot of cannabis the last 2 weeks. And I actually rubbed tons of RSO in my gums. So, what's the dentist going to say about that, eh? Oh, your gums are looking good. Things are looking really good. How'd you do that? Oh, well, I just rubbed cannabis all over them. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some converts down here. Maybe I'll make some converts. They'll be able to see how well I've been able to deal with things and get through, get over things. And I don't look too worse for wear right now. And I did say to the woman, like, see, it really takes a lot to knock me, get me sedated, get me feeling like I'm feeling no pain. They were like, yeah, like you only took 4 times like the normal dose. It's the way life is. Anyways, kids, I hope you're all enjoying your Friday night. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope it warms up. I hear it will warm up one day next week. I think Tuesday. It's supposed to be nice for kids. Everybody get out then, even if it's snowing. It's 1 degree. Get your ass out. Try and move. Hugs to everybody. Kisses to everybody. I miss everybody. I really do. I truly miss everybody. I miss, the cannabis community that we have in Toronto and in Canada. And it's piecemeal here. Very, very piecemeal. Well, I'll have to go back to Del Balfo and I'll have to ask the gentleman how he knows so much about cannabis and hash. And like I said, I'll have to bring him a piece of hash. Anyways, kids, I think I'll say goodnight to you kids. Time for dinner. 6:40 for me, 7:40 for you kids. Everybody have a wonderbar time. Bueno, bueno, bueno. Enjoy yourselves. Love you all. Hugs and kisses. Till next time.